Hi guys, welcome to the first installment of this course, Module 1, Course 1, Module 1, and its flow is what is digital marketing and how can you use it to benefit your life. Okay, I'm so excited to be doing this course, guys. I've been wanting to do this course for the longest time, but due to time constraints and also just availability not being the best, I had to put it on hold. Tell you guys a little bit more about myself and why I am qualified to teach this course. So, my name is Asanda Kati, and for the past 4 years, I have been making money as a digital entrepreneur. And for the past 4 years, I've been making 110,000 Rand per annum, which means per year. And that's around about 11K per month. And that's not a lot of money, to be quite honest. It's not really a lot of money, but for someone that's working from home and a person that's working for themselves in this really best African economy, I believe that that amount of money can assist a lot of households. And if you guys just knew how to go about doing it, I knew it would change your life for the better, like it did mine, right? So, in addition to me basically showing you how to make money from home, I will be having proof. I will be having screenshots of the money I have made in the past, screenshots of the money I make from Google and all my side income streams. I will have things that I can point at to show you what I've done with the money and. So this course is very practical because it does give you practical results. It's results that you can see. It's not just theory. It's things that will be pretty much practical, right? However, this is a disclaimer. If you're a person that's prideful, please don't even waste English. Please don't even waste your time watching this course. It's not going to be beneficial for you. Being a digital entrepreneur, being an entrepreneur requires a level of pride. I mean, requires a level of humility. That's the word I was looking for. It requires a level of humility. So if you're a prideful individual, I would rather you not get into digital entrepreneurship because you literally have to humble yourself because you need to serve the people. And if you're serving people or you're providing a product or service, people are going to literally be your bread and butter. So it really counts. Customer service counts. All of those little things that need humility, they count. So I would rather you stick to getting a 9 to 5. I would rather you go to work. I would rather you find a job if you think that you can't be humble, if you think you can't, because it's humbling. Sales is humbling, entrepreneurship is humbling. And if you feel like you just can't humble yourself, and that's not a bad thing, it's not a bad thing. I'm not saying it in a bad way. If you feel like you can't humble yourself, I would rather you actually not do the course because it's going to be a waste of your time either way. So, how do you go about digitizing your skills online, right? So, as an individual, if you're online for large amounts of time in a day, then there is an online platform that you like, whether it be WhatsApp, whether it be Facebook, whether it be LinkedIn, whether it be Twitter, whether it be Threads, whether it be Instagram. There is a digital platform that you like, that you prefer over the others. There is a favorite. In as much as you can use all, there is a favorite. And 9 out of 10 times, that favorite is due to the fact that you get more engagement on that platform. For example, if you have Instagram and you get more attention on Instagram, you are more likely going to like Instagram more because that's just how our brains are wired. The place where we feel, because when you feel validated, when you feel loved, when you feel validated, basically, your brain releases dopamine, and dopamine is, I won't say a bonding chemical, but what it does is it makes you feel good. You feel a certain level of, you feel really good about yourself, right? So naturally, as human beings, we want things that release the largest amount of dopamine in our brains in order for us to feel good about ourselves and feel validated. So whichever social media platform you like the most, 9 out of 10 times is because you get the most attention on that platform. So if you get the most attention on that platform, it means that you apply to a certain target audience on that platform and you have a voice, right? So having a voice means that people actually take your opinion seriously because to some level they find you relatable. As people, we rotate towards what is familiar. And if people find familiar traits in you that reminds them of themselves, they will gravitate towards your content, right? So the more they gravitate towards your content, that's why on social media, it's very easy to kind of see who is your friend, like who is like your true friend, because the things you share on there, they bring people that are your tribe, people that think like you, people that see the world in the same way you do, people that see your perspective. They bring them to the forefront because automatically the algorithm will suggest your page to people that like the same things. So if you have a voice on a particular social media platform, that means that people find your content relatable, and they recognize pieces of themselves in you, so they trust you, right? And if a person trusts you, it's easy for them to trust you with their money. If a person trusts your character, it makes it easier for them to trust you with their money, right? So building trust with your consumer is everything, or having trust, having a foundation of trust with your consumer is everything. So if you have a social media platform where you get the most, where you get engagement, or you get the most attention on that platform, in the forms of likes, in the forms of people that comment on your post, in the form of shares, basically people interact with your content more, that is the space in which you can make the most amount of money. So now going forward, you need to capitalize on the trust that has already been built on that particular platform in regards to your profile. So if you have a Instagram profile, a Twitter profile, whatever profile on social media, whichever profile you have that gets you the most attention when compared to the other platforms, what you need to do now is consistently post content. Make sure that you consistently post content, but keep it organic. What I mean about keeping it organic is basically, don't plan what you're going to say. Just speak from the heart. Speak from the heart. The people that are on that platform, on that profile of yours, they like you for who you are. Once you start planning what you're going to say, having once you start having a schedule of what you want to say, it removes that element of realness. People can tell. Energy, guys, energy is so strong. People can tell when you're not being authentic. So if you have to plan things beforehand, even when you don't feel them, when you post that particular post, when you send that message, it will transcend. The message will transcend. They will see that this is not authentic, and then it will damage the trust just a little bit. It will fracture the trust. And the thing about trust is, once it's broken, it will never be the same again. So it's encourageable that you just post more often. You post on a daily basis, as opposed to posting maybe just once a week. Post more consistently so people can flock more to your post. And the more people flock to your post, the more you make a name for yourself, in the sense that the more you get a following, the more you get attention. And remember, being followed means absolutely nothing. The thing that means everything on social media is engagement. People that engage with your post, because the more people engage with your post, it means the more people see your post, the more people agree with whatever it is you're putting out there. So if you're a person that's not active on social media, I would rather you I would rather you start being more active on social media. Start posting those funny memes. Even if you're not much of a writer, whichever platform that you prefer. If you like speaking, if you like being on YouTube, post more consistently on YouTube. If you want to post on, if you prefer writing, post more on Twitter. Whichever social media platform you consume the most content in, and the social media platform where you put out the most content and you get the most attention, focus on it. And on a daily basis, for like a month, just consistently put out content. Even if it's not on a daily basis, for those of you guys that can't post every single day, but post at least 3 times in a week. Just post, and people will flock to your post. And the more they flock to your post, the more you can then introduce. It will be easier for you to introduce a product or service to them, because they're already familiar with you. They already trust you, so it's going to be easy for them to spend their money on you. So the course outline for module 1 is basically building trust. It is so important for you to build trust online. If you already have a viable following online and you want to monetize that following, then that's perfect, because going forward we'll just figure out ways to monetize your already existing following. If you haven't created a following, if you have very low followers, please start posting on social media. Please be more interactive on social media. Understand that people on social media make millions a month. I am making thousands only. I'm only making thousands a month, right? I'm still working towards making more money. But the very fact that people can make an income online and make they can have a career online. It means that there's so much potential there. There's so much money in there on social media. It's a $1 billion business. So guys, I please start taking your social media seriously. Start posting every single day, if not at least 3 times a week. Interact with people, start talking with people, because the more people flock to your social media, the more they follow, the more they interact, the more they're building trust with you. And once they build trust with you, it will be easier for them to support your business. So then once you actually introduce a product or a service, once you introduce a product and a service, it will be easier for them to actually start buying from you, right? Remember, the key thing to being an entrepreneur is trust. People need to be able to trust you, because people like to spend money on things that are solid, things that they can trust. Because money, you work hard for your money. You want to spend your money on something or someone that you know will actually provide the service or product that they say they're going to give. So online it's harder, because online, with regards to products, people can't fetch their products when, yeah, well, they can't go to a store and get your product. You need to send it to them, or you need to meet somewhere. So a high level of trust needs to be built there. So please, it's important for you to post on a daily basis, or as much as possible in a week, to build that trust. Even if it's on WhatsApp, if you don't do social media like in the terms of Facebook, Twitter, all of those things, but you're always active on WhatsApp, every single day, post a status. Post statuses. Let people be familiar with your personality so that they can relate with you. Once they relate with you, they see themselves in you, which makes it easy for them to trust you, because in essence, trusting you is trusting themselves. So they will definitely support you because they see themselves in you, elements of themselves in you. And once that trust is destroyed, it will never ever come back again. If you think you can't post on social media, if you think you can't be active on social media, I would rather you leave this course, because one way or another, if you're doing a digital marketing, if you're going to be a digital entrepreneur, you need to be integrated with social media one way or the other. If it's not YouTube, it's on the internet through having a blog. If it's not having a blog, it's through social media. You're going to need to have an audience. So the best way to getting an audience is to consistently post, so your tribe can rotate towards you. This is it for module 1. I want you guys to do that first, and then going forward, we can then now talk about the products and services you can introduce to your people using your already made skill set. Because as people, we all have skills. There are things about us that other people don't have, but other people want. And once you create a product from whatever that thing is, your unique selling point, your USP, whatever makes you special, that thing, once you either create a service out of it or create a product out of it, people that already like you will buy that particular thing to support you, and to also consume whatever it is that you have to offer that they think can make their lives better. So yeah, next time, my next module, I will be basically telling you guys how to create your own product or service based on your already made skill sets, or your skill sets that you already have, based on the examples I will provide from my own life. And I will then start showing you guys figures on how much I make on module 3. It will be a 3-part module, will not be long. However, I will be doing private consultations. Private consultations are not free. I will charge for private consultations, but as far as you watching my content on here, it's free of charge. Thank you guys for watching the first installment, and goodbye.